Welcome to part 5 of renovating my living room, where we're redoing this bookcase to bring it from this to this. To refresh you guys, this is my favorite room in the house, and when we purchased it, we took it from this and with a little paint to this, then redid the fireplace to bring it to this, and lastly, we refinished the floors to now having this room look like this. Now, ignore the horrible sketch, but my dream is to have a cozy love seat in this room, fireplace on, and reading a good book while looking out at the lake. Do we all kind of see the vision a little bit? Okay, for my inspiration, I'm going for dark and moody, kind of like an old library with rich green and all my favorite antiques. After we moved in, I had a huge pile of decor all over the ground. So I found this real wood bookcase on Facebook Marketplace for $50 and I just had to pick it up. First step was getting all the old stain off. Tim and I sanded the whole thing down, which was not fun, but thankfully Tim got it down to the original wood. And then for the tiny corners that my sander couldn't reach, I used a little bit of paint stripper. For staining, I started with a wood conditioner to prep the wood. I knew I wanted the room to be really dark and moody, so I used a Varathane black gel stain. A gel stain is really pigmented, almost like paint. So once you apply a section, let it sit for a few minutes and then wipe the gel stain off. You'll see for my bookcase, the old brown was peeking through just a little bit, but that'll go away on your second coat. The back of the bookcase, on the other hand, was not real wood, so a stain wasn't going to stick on it. So I primed it and then paint matched the gel stain to regular cabinet paint at Home Depot and painted the back of it with that. I literally just poured it on, used a cabinet brush, and got that done with 2 coats. For the top coat, I used a water-based polyurethane. I sealed it with a matte finish, but it just looked way too flat looking, almost like chalkboard. So I picked a satin finish for the second coat and it made it look way better. Of course, I had Tim, who just was so very helpful getting through all of this, but I finally finished it and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I love decor that is moody and antique, very vintage. That's exactly what this room is, and I wanted this bookcase to literally be the definition of all of that. The first thing I had to put on the bookshelf was my travel photo albums. Also thrifted a ton of old books over the years. Little tip, when you're thrifting books, don't shy away from the ugly dust covers. Always take the dust cover off, and I swear there's normally a super pretty binding underneath. My mom also gave me her old typewriter that she used when she was a kid in school, and I'm so obsessed with it. It's such a special piece to have. Every book I thrift, I hand pick out and only bring it home with me if it's a topic I really like personally, or I think it's just interesting. I've been trying to be super intentional with every piece I buy. So I normally go for poem books, traveling, architecture, home decor, art, photography, and a bunch of other ones too. I put all of my favorite thrifted finds in here and the bookcase is finally complete. Although I'll probably rearrange this like 20 more times, I'm so happy with it. And it practically looks like a built-in that was just made to hold all of these antique little treasures.